Okay, so first of all, congratulations to you for joining the new service. Totally a new field for football. After football, you after your retirement, after you joined the police service. I am coming to the point afterwards. But first, tell me that how you started your football journey, right from your childhood.
Well, I think I started to play football at a tender age. In our village. We started playing in the streets. Then as we grew older, we started to go in like the savannah and stuff. To play. And I mean, I just fell in love with football. No one never like tell me, well, they want me to play football. I just fall in love with the sport and I just go with the flow. And more, as I started get in depth, started get older, I started love the sport more. I started do what was really required of me. My mind wasn't being a professional player at that time because at that age I didn't know anything about professional football, to be honest. I just keep playing for the love of the sport. And while going to school after that, I started playing primary school and all the way up to secondary school. And I started to love it even more because I started to play with more players that are more professional, and we helped our school from senior grade to integral. And while on that journey, I started to get called up for the national team. This is where, I was like, hey, Wolf, if you really take this thing more serious, you can meet further. And I started to take it more into my life, and I like a daily routine. I started to train on my own. I started to pray more often. I started to ask God for, health and strength, to make my dreams a reality. And from there I went from secondary school. I went college, Lindsey Wilson College, Columbia, Kentucky. Then I left there. I came back home. You know, I started to train with the Club Northeast Stars. Played with them, helped them win numerous trophies and stuff. And then the national team had called me back again, senior team that is, you know, um, to play World Cup qualifiers. And days where I started to think way above, and started to say, Wolf, if you govern down yourself and do well, you could maybe, if Trinidad go World Cup, you could be on that World Cup team. I started to talk to myself. I keep doing the things that I was always doing. So it wasn't like anything different. I always like to go and train by myself. I always believe in that, as a professional player. You always have to be on top of your game. You don't only wait for practice with the team to go and train you. You need to do your own personal training. That's the only so you'll be at top level. You will stay fit. You'll be more focused. And the most important thing of that is rest. You need rest. So, and put everything in a nutshell. I just was playing football at a young age because I love the sport. Again, no one ever really encouraged me to play football. My parents just left me to play football, and they never really get between me and the football. No point in time. Maybe they were seeing something that I wasn't seeing, so they didn't want to tell me maybe. And I did what I had to do, and God did the rest. I just had to give him thanks and praise, for everything that I've achieved in the football fraternity. And now I jump now into our next field, to serve my country again, not in the football capacity, but to protect and serve with pride. That is another way to serve my country. And I'm up to it at this point. I'm enjoying it. Everything is going good, thank God. Hope that you continue to protect me out there on the battlefield because it's not easy out there.
Okay. So it was a very interesting journey to listen to your childhood memories and all. So back in 2014, you came to India. What made you to came to a country of FIFA ranking 150 plus? Then India's means 2014 FIFA ranking of India was 150 plus, and your Trinidad and Tobago's FIFA ranking was, I guess, 74 or 75 like that.
74.
So yeah, 74. So what made you to come in FIFA ranking of 150 plus country in back in 2014?
Well, I had few stints in the United States, as in America. Also had I went to England as well, on some trials and stuff. It didn't go how it is I wanted it to go. Maybe what had other plans. Then we ended up, our country took up a friendly match against India, right, in our country. After that match, one of my colleague, Denzel Theobald, was selected, to go and play. I think that time was Dempo. I think he went and played the Dempo. Him, also Sid Gray and Otis Whitley was there as well. Um, so I was monitoring the football scenario in India. At that point in time, I didn't know India had a professional football league, because I always know India as a cricket nation or country, I should say. So I was like amazed, to hear that he was going there on a contract. So I kept in touch with him. He said the league is a pretty decent league, competitive, which was very, very good to hear. And Cornell Glen, I think, went up after him as well. But I think Cornell went to Shillong Lajong, I think. I think so, yeah. And well, I asked him how it is as well. He said the same thing that Denzela told me. He told me as well. And one agent, I think Brian Lim, had got in contact with me and contacted Churchill Brothers, and they were interested in me, signing me, and before I took the offer, I again called Denzel Theobald and Colonel Glenn, and I told them, well, again, I offer to come to India. What do you think, if I should come? And they say, Wolf, again, the opportunity come. And I said, we find the league decent. If you come and it's not decent, you play one season and you don't want to come back. I said, okay, no problem. And I took up the mantle, and I came to Churchill for 2 weeks. Trials. After the 2 weeks, they said they wanted to see me again for another week. And I stayed another week, and after that, final week, they signed me for 5 year and a 5 year contract. They sent me home for about some days, about 5 to 6 days, to organize my stuff, meet my family, greet my friends, stuff, and then I can head back up. And it was a pretty decent, journey for me, and I honestly never regret even coming to India. I mean, the people there, the atmosphere when you're playing, it completely different. These people, they are so passionate. They are also loving. They treat foreigners, the way that foreigners should be treated in any country. I meet friends, Balwan Singh, Lenny Rodriguez, just to name a few, Priyan Singh, Satish Singh, even Sandish Jingan, uh, and a lot of other guys that I met. I know I was happy to play with them, and I was also more happy to see that they are still striving in the football fraternity in India, knowing that they had to rub shoulders with me. It is a joy. I'll still talk to them, now and then I'll message them. We don't talk every day, because I give them that respect as well. Because these were guys that I see, they fight their way up, and I thank God that he really opened that gap and that door for them in the ISL, where they can make lucrative, cash and stuff to, help their family and even their villages. Where I see our ex captain for Churchill, his dad had passed away. His name in my head, but I cannot say it. He's doing a pretty good job as well in Goa. I think he has an academy there. And that is very good, to see players giving back to the community, just like I am doing now as well. It shows that the character of the person. It shows that the person are willing to help others achieve what they have achieved, or even give a child opportunity that they didn't have. So coming to India was a mixed match. Leaving your family, of course, was one of the biggest challenges any sport or athlete will have in their life. And sometimes you need to put away these things in order to be successful, because it's not like you're going there forever. It's just for a time. You have to enjoy it, make there your home. And India was actually my second home. I even know guys are still asking me when I'm coming because they're eager to see me. I tell them in due time, as soon as I settle in my job, and put in the hours that I need to put in, I will definitely return to India if it's for a little vacation, because I love India to my heart. I love the people. They have always supported me. It's like home for me. It's like home.
Great to listen that it's the second home of yours, and it's really. I'm also an Indian, and I am proud to hear from you this. So back in 2006, you got selected for the World Cup squad. Trinidad and Tobago was the country, and also is the country that did not get selected in any World Cup rather than 2006. They did not enter into the, but you got the chance in that golden moment in 2006. So how did you feel and how you got selected? Tell us the story in brief.
Um, it was hard. Well, man, to know I was selected out a pretty good amount of other players who are relatively good as well. But maybe there was something that the coach saw in me, which I believe was my work ethic. You know, um, Again, this wasn't just overnight. This is putting in work on a daily basis. Again, going and train on my own. I love to train on the beach. I don't know for whatever reason, but I love to train on the beach. Especially in the dead zone. I have, since I got called for the national team in 2005 again after returning home. I never ever give up. I wasn't dropped from the team. All I was focusing on is just being selected every single time that the team come together. I want to be on the 18-man squad or the 20-man squad. This was always my target. I'm a very cool, humble player. I don't let anything bother me. And even if I didn't get selected, I would have been happy for even the other guy who was selected. That's how I am. This is how I live my life. I always proud for other people. This is how you make way for your blessing as well. When you do good, you tell people thanks. You be happy for them. God just smile on you. And I think it's more like the way that you live, that I was living, and not the party going type. Yeah, I might go on live now and then, but I was more focused on staying on the national team, going to the World Cup, because that is every single player dream who is playing football, whatever part of the world you are. Every player will tell you they would like to go a World Cup and not pay to go on to watch, right? They would like to go on as a player, right? Down in that doghouse, it's a different feeling. I sat there even when I was going out to warm up. Your pulse was just raising because it was like in a maze. Wow, Wolf, you literally in a World Cup. The only thing that happened at that moment was tears running down my eyes. But it is something that I try to explain it, but I don't even think that I could explain it to the extent, because it was just joy. Your mind wasn't even on nobody home, honestly. You wasn't studying nobody. You were just like in a maze. In a maze, you're shocked that, at age of 22, you win a World Cup at the age of 22. This is all because of God. I do what I had to do, and like I said, God will always do the rest. I work my ass off. I sometimes I go and train in the morning before I go training actually with clubs. This is how I push myself to the limit, and all this hard work, it paid off. It paid off. So I'll always give young players advice: keep working, keep pushing yourself to that limit, and never ever doubt yourself in life. Pray and let God do all that He have to do. What is you will always be for you. No one can stop God's blessings.
I can see the spark and the passion for football in your eyes now also. After you left the football, also now you joined the police service. I now also I can see the spark in you. So back in 2017, you came to Calcutta in the CFL. So tell us some memories about the Kolkata. Means how the love and support of people of Kolkata, and how the dressing room experience with some of the great players.
Um, well, to be honest, I played most of my playing career in Goa. I heard about Kolkata. These players, and them, like I just mentioned, Priyan Singh, who is also from Kolkata. They had invited me to Kolkata sometime, but I didn't get the time to come. When we get a break, I try to come home to see my family or my son, just to free up, that mind, from the football for a little bit. Until I get the opportunity to come and play CFL with PL. I think no, it wasn't PLS at that time. I think first I came with Tullygunch Agagami. I think, right? Tullygunch, right?
Yes, yes.
Tullygunch Agagami. It wasn't one of the best experience playing with Tullygunch because payment and thing was better difficult. But as anything else in life, I think every company has sometimes payment problems. So it was not new. That was just another hurdle that I had was to cross, and I crossed it. I enjoyed the season. It wasn't all the best, like I said, but I make it do. And after PLS, I actually signed for no after sudden Soligan Chagagami, I signed for PLS. Right. This agent guy Sunai, right? He's part of PLS. He had contacted me as well, and even my good friend Kuma had insisted that I must come to PLS and play with him because he wanted us to win the CFL, and I played with them the first season. We didn't win it. I think we came fine. I think we came either between third or fourth that season, right? And then the next season again, they signed myself back with other great Indian players, and we won the CFL. And it was also a good feeling for me, knowing that I could have come to Calcutta and win the CFL that everyone have been talking about. That was another milestone for me. Playing with great local players, respectable players, most importantly. These guys are very, very respectable. I wouldn't lie. They are very
In
humble. Yeah, yeah. They
in
are very, I don't know. It's something about them. I don't know, but I never had any brawl with any one of them. I played in there for almost 9 years, and they are very humble. They are willing to learn, most importantly. They always willing to learn. They don't think that they are better than you. They look at you at this level, and I always tell them, I'm not better than any one of you. Maybe or I might feel I'm better than all. It's not that. It's just that I may do things differently, and work hard. So all you all have to do is just learn from what I'm doing, and success will come all the way. And most of these guys, they listen. Even Lenny, I really admire that guy, Lenny Rodriguez with Churchill, and this guy, He's still, I believe,
Lenny Rodriguez is now playing in Etike Mohanbagan.
yeah, number
Uh,
nine.
yes, is a very great player, and you have shared the dressing room with Hira Mondol, I guess. Hira
Yeah,
Mondol is
he has
one goal you scored from the corner kick. You remember in against Mohammedan Sporting Club, acrobatic
Mohammed
volley.
spoken.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct is right, yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
has,
Hira
he,
Mondal is now rocking the ISL. Means previous year he's scored for the did the fantastic defense for East Bengal, and now he signed for the Bengaluru FC.
yeah, yeah, I saw it on the Facebook. I saw it on his profile. I'm very happy for those guys. He's a very, very good player, hard working as well. You know, and I believe these guys deserve what they are getting now. They deserve it. I saw what they went through. I know what they went through. So it's not like I don't know. I know. So I'm very happy for them. I just hope that they remain fit as possible. Injuries will come. Some people lucky not to get injuries, but injuries will come. I hope that they treat their body properly, and just do what they have to do. That is all. Win the fans.
Yes, actually, that's and all that players are doing great in the ISL. So, do you follow ISL regularly, or sometimes you follow ISL?
To be honest with you, I do follow it on a daily basis or weekly basis. I mean, every now and then I might just pop up and watch, like just like the Kolkata League that I think it's still going on. No, it ended.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes.
all
Kolkata
right,
League Super 6 also remaining. That ATK Mohun Bagan and East Bengal will play now.
right. I
The,
get link. I get link from Plaza, who is there. He sent the links to me so that I can watch these games. I watch games from Coma as well. I try to watch as much games as possible because I have even Edmond, good midfielder. I think he played in Kolkata Custom. I try to watch them as much as possible because these are the guys that I play with. These are the guys that I respect. I highly respect them. And I will always like to see them do good. So I try to watch games. Sometimes I tell them their mistakes, and they listen to me. So it's not like they don't listen to me. They say thanks very much, they shoot what I'm saying, and they're glad for that. Sometimes people need other people to tell them the mistake as well, and be honest with them. I'm an honest person. I speak my mind. I don't mama guy anyone. If you do bad, I tell you do bad. You do good, I applaud you. That is me. I cannot applaud you when you do bad. No way I'm going to do that. I will not even drag you down either. I will try to uplift you by telling you the right things. And it's up to you to take it on board and go and polish it in training and come back stronger. That is your decision. But that is who I am, and that I will remain that way. And I've helped a lot of Indian players that way, and I believe it was the right way, and I will keep doing that um, as long as I have breath in my nostril.
that's the right thing you do. And do you think that ISL developed Indian football?
Well, I think, well, I more play I League, so I will always say that I League develop players to a standard or level so that they can go to ISL, right? So I will more believe that I League was the platform for most Indian players more than ISL because you need to play I League in order for the ISL teams to see it. So some people always look at the top, but in life sometimes you have to look at the bottom because it's the bottom you start to go there, right? So for me, I will say that I League is more the league for Indian local players, to showcase their talent in order to maybe get opportunity to play for the more lucrative cash or salary at the ISL. ISL is more um, for me like the English Premier League because they pay more money for Indian players. So most of these guys, even foreigners, will want to go there. Very rare to want to play I League because they're looking for the big bucks. But for me, I will always class I League over ISL. Like me. right? Other people will have other opinions, but that's me because I League is a platform for these local guys. So I League will always be the number one for me in India. Then
Okay.
ISL.
So great to hear you that you support the I League, and yes, I League is losing its the passion and all the things due to the ISL. So what made you to leave the football and join the police service?
Um, it was a hard decision, and
You could have joined the coaching or like that things after football.
yes,
That
correct is right, right. But sometimes in life, God make things happen for us to go in other fields, and for me, it might sound a how, but like for me again, I think the COVID-19 was a blessing in disguise for many people. It take many lives. Condolences to those who have lost their loved ones, even friends, right? But I think it helped me in making the decision to go to the police service, right? Because I was in India just before this COVID kickoff. I came home on the 6th of February 2019. Yeah, 2019. And I think the COVID-19 actually kicked off right in the ending of March into April.
yes, 2020 March. Yes, and
Correct.
you won the CFL in 2019
CFL,
20.
correct is right. Right.
Yes.
And I came back and I was home. You know, I wasn't working because I had COVID football, I can't work. And I started to think at other things because I have a family to look after, I have bills to pay, no matter how much money you might have, if nothing is coming in and all going out, then eventually the piggy bank will be empty, right? And I spoke to one of my cousins and he a police officer as well, my dad also, but he retired now, right? And my cousin was like, why don't join the police service, boy? You know, you're getting older, how long again you play football? And I said, I true, you know, and then I spoke to my mom. She also told me the same thing, you know, and I said, Wolfe, what going on? It's hard for you to don't play football because this is where you love, but sometimes you had to make sacrifices. And this is one of the sacrifices that I will have to make. And I decided I gonna sign up with the police service, send in all my resume and stuff. And I sent it in and they called. I did my exams. Thank God I was successful, you know, and as they say, I go into the flow because I believe if God didn't wanted me there, I would not get you. So I just say thanks again to God. Even the few people that encouraged me to go and do the exams and stuff. You know, I still love football. I wouldn't lie to you. It still does be on my mind because it's hard for you to just let go of something you have been doing for almost 30 years. It's very, very hard, right?
No,
And
totally, you left football or planning something in future, means coaching or like that.
to be honest, I never really study about the coaching aspect as yet. I still
Okay.
play football in between, you know, little minor leagues, you know, it having stuff I would play. I still have my touches, you know, as I say, form is temporary, class is permanent. But eventually, yes, I will look into the coaching fraternity. Maybe, who knows, I might come to India and coach some team, you never know. So that is all in the making as well, but I'm taking it one step at a time, you know, and I'll let God really, really guide me to make my decisions in Him. So I'm not going to rush into anything. I believe in taking time because a hurry bird don't build a goodness. So I'll take my time. I will see how this job going first, and whatever God have in store for me planned, I will accept it with open hands and go after it.
Okay, so now I would ask you four questions, either this or that, but you have to not give diplomatic answer and you have to choose only one. Okay,
No
so
problem.
okay, so first is East Bengal or Mohun Bagan.
East Bengal,
Okay, ISL or I League.
I League.
Okay, Goa or Kolkata.
I would say Goa because, like I said, I've been there for more years than in Kolkata. But they are two beautiful cities. If you give me the option to choose the two, I will say both. But if I choose one, so I'm choosing the one that I spend most of my playing career in.
Okay, so playing football is more easy, or doing a job in police is more easy.
I think football is more easy.
Okay, so and now Ronaldo or Messi.
Which one in Ronaldo? Nazarene or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously.
Oh, Messi.
Messi. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So final questions. That is, in the scale of 1 to 5, how do you rate the overall sports infrastructure of Trinidad and Tobago and India in the scale of 1 to 5?
Well, I'm being honest with you. I had to say it. It might some kind of way, but like I say, I'm a straightforward person. At this time, sports, especially football in our country, is in a deplorable state. I seen it with my heart kind of want to melt, but it's truth. I don't know what's happening, but right now, if I had a rate Trinidad, I wouldn't give them a one, but I will be frank. I'll rate us as at between 1 to 5. I will say two because I think that as a World Cup nation or country, our football level should be at the highest. And rather than we go up, we are coming down. Right? I'm not gonna say 5 or 4 because I'm from Trinidad. Our football are deteriorating, and if we don't do the needful, very soon it might be -0. India for me, the time I came to India to know, and I'd said this in an interview in Kochi, right? I think when we won the Federation Cup, and one of the media guy asked me a similar question to what you are asking, and I told him in the next 5 to 10 years, I believe India national team will be a force to be reckoned with because they are pelting money behind the sporting fraternity, right? And they are bringing in good foreign players to mesh with the local players, which will only get the local players much better to go and play international games. And at this time, I believe that what I said is actually happening. I see Indian national team play and the level that they were playing before to now, they are improving slowly, gradually, and surely they will. I believe if they do keep doing what they're doing, I believe they can qualify for a World Cup. I'm not saying this because I'm talking on the air. I'm saying from my heart because I said it before. Once they keep doing what they're doing and treating the players in them right and doing what is required, I believe India have a chance of qualifying for a World Cup very soon. So I will rate them from 1 to 5. I will give them a 4 as it is now.
Great to hear from you the interaction, and I definitely would say that young professional footballers would learn from this interview many things, because still I can see the spark of football and with passion of football from you. You left the football and you joined the police service, but then also, however you talk with the passion of football. So that is the main important thing. So let's hope for the best and hope you do well in your new service and your new life. Thank you for giving us your valuable time. Thank you.
You all are always welcome, bro.
ভারতীয় ফুটবলের সঙ্গে সবসময় আপডেটেড থাকতে এক্ষুনি বং ফুটবল ইউটিউব চ্যানেলটিকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে নোটিফিকেশন বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করে রাখুন।